Here we go. Here we go. We're on. We're on. We're on. Hi, everybody. Just reviewing an email that I just got. Thanks. A special thanks to Charlie. Charles, thank you, my friend, for this info. 23andMe press release just came out this morning. It looks like the CEO of 23andMe. Just give me a second. I'm just popping this up right here on my screen here. Don't mind me. There's a board. There's an offer by Ann Wojcicki. I can't pronounce this last name. Wojcicki. You try to pronounce it. AW. She wants to buy the company for 40 cents a share. That's what she's offering. She's offering 40 cents a share to take the company private. I believe that the cash value is equal to that, if not more. And so I'm not sure if this is going to work on her behalf. She may have to up her price, but the question actually will be, will this go anywhere? Because there might be another takeover offer from somewhere else at 50 cents a share, and that'll knock her up. I don't know. Again, this is all just coming out right now. This offer was proposed last night, July 31. It's in a 13D filing, and the board of directors now have to review this, and they have to see if this is worth their while. It's not been approved or agreed to by the 23andMe board of directors, and ultimately it will go to the shareholders in a vote. The shareholders will ultimately vote on whether or not to accept an offer of 40 cents a share or whatever offer price we're dealing with here when the time comes. And 23andMe right now is trading at 42.4 cents a share. It's traded about 63,000 at this point. It's just barely reacting to this. We'll see if there's much to this, but she's announcing the fact that she'd like to take it public. This will take it off the market. This will pay people 40 cents on a $10 initial SPAC offering. Pretty big wipeout if that goes through. Obviously, the high end on this deal would have been $1. So I don't see much more than that. The ultimate win would have been for 23andMe to be absorbed by somebody else, another public company, and that public company excels. But this is an entity here that is a fraction of what it once was, and that's the bottom line. The last I saw, let me double check here on the company status. I'm looking right now at the balance sheet. The last time I saw any balance sheet info was March 31 of this year. Cash on hand, $218 million at that time. Total assets were $395 million, and total liabilities were $206 million. So the company had almost $200 million in value, in asset value, let's say. And at 40 something cents a share, the company is market capped at $205 million. So the CEO's offer is literally the value of the company. That's what she's offering. She's offering the cash value of the company, which in my opinion means if she is successful in getting this company for, say, 50 cents or less a share, just as a rough number, once she has full control of the corporation as a private concern, let's say 6 months from now when it's all done, she can now rearrange the corporation's structure any way she wants because it's a privately held company. And in effect, she could now borrow money against the money in the company to buy the company out itself. In effect, a banker may already be saying to her, we'll give you $250 million to take the company over. You can do a cash buy take it out, pay 5-10 million in legals and all the other crap you got to pay to get this thing done, pay everybody off, get rid of all these shareholders, and you can then rearrange your personal paycheck or your ownership of this structure, or you can create a something else to get your hands on a bunch of that 200 million in your bank account, your company's bank account, to take care of us. Now, we, the banker, will say, look, give us 6% interest, 7% interest on the dough. You don't have to give us any of that money back. We'll carry you because you are the owner of 23andMe, the whole enchilada. And she may find that in the next 2 years, she'll sell a piece of the company off with this, or she'll start bringing in fresh capital from new investors privately, where she might bring in 5 investors that each buy 5% of the company or 8% of the company, and she ends up with 60%. They own 40%, but she brings in 200 million in cash, and that pays off basically her banker. Once you're private, you can manipulate the assets all you want because there's no one to stop you. You own it. It's your company. Do what you want. There are tax ramifications and all this crap, and there's going to be write-offs and all. In any event, that's the story, and that's what I understand so far. All right? That's what I know. Okay. 23andMe is the company I'm talking about. 23andMe is what I'm talking about. So any of you who own ME shares, what should you do? Nothing. Nothing. Just wait and see how this plays out. The board of directors may approve this as the best possible offer, or the board of directors are making a bunch of text messages and phone calls to all of their contacts in the investment community going, okay, we now have a formal offer on the table coming from and the CEO at 40 cents a share. Are there any takers who would offer more? Now, if there's a public company out there, excuse me, that trades at $10 a share, and they offer $1 a share in stock instead of 40 cents a share in cash, the board of directors has to ask themselves, how much of the public company that we would merge into would we control and own versus 100% of what we have now? Is that better for our shareholders? In other words, is it better to have paper at $1 a share equivalency than 40 cents a share cash in hand, and let's just move on? Because at the moment, a lot of investors who own ME are these $10 a share buyers that put in hundreds of millions of dollars into ME 3 years ago. They have a tax write-off sitting in front of them right now. So a lot of these big hedge funds and partners and other people, you got to come at it from their point of view. If they're into this deal at $10 a share and they take 40 cents to walk away, they lose $9.60. It's a capital loss against capital gains that they have on anything else they own or are into. Same for any of you out there. Is that more worth your while than taking a $1 a share stock deal? It might not be a write-off if it's a $1 stock deal because you're still into a stock. Whereas if you take the cash, you are selling. You are divesting yourself of the asset, walking away and writing it off. And I know Anne and her advisors, they've gone over this. They know all this stuff. And I can imagine that she has been quietly and discreetly having discussions with key people in the company and key investors, key shareholders. And she probably already has, what's the word I'm looking for? Unofficial commitments that might already sew this thing up. That's a possibility. Again, I'm just a guy on the outside looking into this deal, trying to tell you what I think's happening. That's all I've got. And we'll figure this out as time goes by. Welcome to being here and hanging out, and we'll try to see what's going on. The Smart Rent CEO exit and guidance. This thing. What's happening here with Smart Rent? There's a lot of stuff going on with some of these SPACs, and there's a lot of upset shareholders who want performance. They want better stock performance. Smart Rent right now is up 4 cents a share at $188 a share in the open market. There's nothing trading here this morning. I got nothing there. I don't know if there's anything new coming up. there's a report here that KBW analyst Ryan Tomasello put a buy rating on SmartRent, set a price of $350. The stock closed at $193 yesterday. So we've got that. There's all kinds of speculation if there's anything there to get excited about. They have announced a CEO departure, interim leadership, and they're searching for a new CEO. We are aware of that. They're actively seeking a new CEO for the company. And the question is, what will this mean for the stock? Long run. My guess is it can't be worse. It just can't be worse than what we're sitting on right now. It can only be better. It can't be worse. They bring in a new team. They perhaps announce a merger with another company. Maybe that's being discussed. There is probably a ton of backroom wheeling and dealing going on at SmartRent that we'll have to follow. Certainly, there's been wheeling and dealing and discussions on ME, 23andMe holding company. That stock right now, 41 cents a share on virtually no volume, because there's a 40-cent an offer, cash offer being, I think, brought to the table by Ann Wojcicki, and we'll see just how that moves forward. Okay. Quick little look here. TD Cowen reaffirms a buy rating on 23andMe. They set a target price of $2 on ME. Based on their latest earnings release for the quarter, the company reported a quarter revenue of $50 million, GAAP loss of $75. But I don't have the reasoning from this analyst why they think the stock is a $2 stock trading at 40 cents, and now there's a cash offer to take it at 40 cents. So, your guess and my guess and other people's opinions are out there. These are coming out today. This is news coming out this morning on 23andMe. Stocks at only at 41 cents, even though an analyst is calling this a $2 stock. So, kids, welcome to the party, pal. Sofi is $7.57, up 3 cents. The Bank of England this morning cut their prime their interest rates at the bank. Their call it their Federal Reserve Bank of England, quarter point. They've dropped their rate by quarter point. The U.S. yesterday did not change their bank rate. Europe has already dropped by a quarter point. Canada's dropped now by 2 quarter points already. And so the American dollar is rising against the value of the world currencies, certainly rising against the value of the euro and the value against the pound. For a while there, we were even lower than where we are now. There's a slight recovery coming in European markets, European currencies. But overall, the American dollar is gaining against other currencies. European stock markets, in the meantime, with the Bank of England dropping their interest rate by a quarter point, the FTSE, which is the market in London, is virtually unchanged. It was negative this morning and went briefly positive. Now it's unchanged. Germany is down 1%. France is down 1.1%, and everyone else is down 0.5 point to 1% across European markets. And so that is a tell. Interesting. It's good for some, not good for others. The Dow was up 50 points, and then it was only up 10. And now the Dow seems to be up 77, 83 in the pre-market. S&P is up 30 points. NASDAQ up 111. And this is interesting that the Dow is up 0.2%, a fifth of a percentage point. The S&P is up 0.55, 0.5 point. And NASDAQ is trying to go up 2/3 of a percent. And this is what happened yesterday. The pattern is continuing this morning. Crude oil is looks like it's topping out. We're up 38 cents right now. We were up 60 cents this morning. Now we're at 78.29. This is Texas pricing. We were at 74, 75 a barrel the other day, and we couldn't hit 80. Gasoline prices in Europe spiked 15% in 3 days. because of the fear of an all-out Mideast war between Israel, Lebanon, Iran, and others. There was this fear of supply chain issues where we were going to have problems getting oil to the market. This is quickly subsiding. It doesn't look like there's going to be an all-out war because at the end of the day, whichever country wants to launch missiles into Israel is now going to be on the USA's bad guy list. And very few countries are eager to plunge their countries into a war with Israel, knowing that the Americans are backing the Israelis all the way. So at this point, we'll see if there are targeted attacks, limited issues, limited strikes, and could it even be outside of Israel rather than inside Israel? Could American embassies be attacked, or Israeli embassies? Again, I don't know. It's anything's on the table. You have two sides to this scenario. Neither side believes the other side is believable, and when you've got the rhetoric that you see that is so vile, the nonsense will continue. I look at it from an angle where boys with guns are up to no good, and the more you weaponize the boys, the worse it gets. And you'll note, most likely, that every single country where there are conflicts right now, not a single woman leads them. Not a single woman leads any of these countries. It's all male-dominated, male advisors, males running the military, males running the government. It's all the brain of a male, alpha male, and it's personal, and it's showing off, and it's bribes, and it's you've got dictators, and you've got Maduro in Venezuela, where they haven't released the vote results. Can you imagine the United States going to the polls on November the 5th and not seeing results of any of the counties or states for a week, and they've already announced who the winner is? Can you imagine the riots that would happen in the United States? Venezuela, they have not released any results. Completely unannounced. The polls going into the Venezuelan election showed the opposition with a 25 percentage point lead in the polls. Within an hour of the polls closing, the government announced that it had been reelected with no results. You wonder why there's problems in Venezuela. Unbelievable. All males running the show. It's just absolutely unbelievable. If women ran this planet, it might be a better place. But I'm just a guy in Canada just trying to say, hey, this is what I see going on. And for you as option writers, I got good news for you guys. The same message is holding firm. Not only do stink lives save lives, stink bits save lives. Also, as an option writer, you don't have to worry about it. Just be an option writer and bring in some dough. And there you have it. Okay, there you go. Thank you all for being here. Doing what I can with what's going on here, trying to follow what's happening in this market. It's unbelievable. Thank you for joining me this morning from wherever you are. We'll keep an eye on this 23andMe story about being taken out at 40 cents by the CEO, if that's going to happen or not. We'll keep an eye on Smart Rent with all the turmoil going on over there. We're watching Sofi very closely with the stock actually higher this morning, 3 cents better. We're going to watch, of course, tonight after the bell. Apple will release their financials. We are waiting for that. I think Amazon comes out tonight. Intel comes out tonight. So we have a lot to follow there as well. Yesterday evening, Meta, Facebook, came up with their results. Stock's doing very well this morning. Shares of Meta right now are ahead $41.67, which is 8.67% to $516.50. That is the price of Meta this morning. The old Facebook. Nvidia's up 229 after gaining 13.29 yesterday, which translates into the single largest daily gain of market cap value in recorded history of the stock market. NVIDIA's shares, or company, the company NVIDIA, went up in value more yesterday than any other company ever has in the past. Now that is saying something. I think it's $340 billion in value gain yesterday. It's up another 50, 60 billion right now. Amazon up 291 right now. Microsoft is up 214 after losing only 450 yesterday. It was down $30 the night before. That is a turnaround, back to 420 on Microsoft. Tesla down 182, Apple up 227. Earnings come out tonight. Smart Rent is up 4 cents. ATIP is up 4. Spire is up 33 cents. 23andMe is up about a penny at 41 cents, a penny higher than the potential offer or the indicated offer from Ann Woznicki to take over this company at 40 cents a share. That's the story. The market is saying 40 won't cut it, but I don't know if she has to go much higher. She might say, I'm not making a better offer. It's 40 or not, no deal. What if she says, it's 40 cents or I quit? If I don't get this company private, I am leaving this company. Now that gets interesting, because what if someone offers her 40 cents for her shares to make her walk, and someone else takes it over? This can go a million ways. It's early. GameStop is up 11 cents. Sofi up 2. Rocket Lab is up 4. The last updates I have on these stocks. Tons to watch, tons to follow. It never stops. And as option writers, you really don't have to care too much. Take advantage of the spreads that are being handed to you. Take advantage of writing options that are essentially utterly worthless to any banker. You want to write options and sell options for cash that have no value except time. That's all you want. You want to be paid for time value, and knowing that these shares that you're writing against don't do very much. These contracts that you've just sold up here will end up down here, and the differential between this level and this level is all your profit. How many did you write? It's as simple as that. You might make $1 a contract in profit, which is a $100 per stock contract profit. And the only question that I have for you is, how many did you sell? If you did 5 of them and you made $1 a contract, you made $500. You know what you can do with $500? You can buy yourself a 55 or 60-inch screen television with that. If you've written 10 of them and you made $1 a pop, you made $1,000. $1,000, you can probably get your hands on a 70-inch television. If you did 20 contracts, you made $2,000 profit. That probably will get you a high-end 80-inch flat-screen TV easily, and or any other appliance, many other appliances that you're thinking about. If you were to write 50 of these contracts at $1 a piece, that's $5,000 US profit. For a lot of you folks out there, that represents as much money as you make every month, and or probably represents how much money you get every month from your employer after deductions. You're looking at $5,000 a month going, I can live on that. We can easily live on that. How much money do you need to make $5,000 a month in this options market? That is the $1 million question. It doesn't require $1 million. The good news is that folks around here who write options and are now building revenue from option writing on stuff they've got, or adjusting their portfolio to be able to write more contracts. There are people who are bringing in $5,000 a month from their option portfolios that have $30,000, $25,000, $50,000, $100,000. It's not a big deal. Now, for those of you who have $50 to your name, and you earn a paycheck every 2 weeks, and you end up with $100 every 2 weeks that you can live off of above your expenses, you're not going to become a $50,000 option writer. I've got bad news. That's not going to happen for you guys, because you don't have anything to start with. Option writing is not for someone with $50 in their pocket. Option writing is for someone who has been building up assets through maybe a savings account over the last number of years. You've put together $5 or $20 or $50,000 through weekly investments or bi-weekly or monthly contributions to an investment plan of some kind, or you were working for company A and you quit the job after 10 years to take a job with company B and you got a 20% pay raise because you walked, way to go. And or many of you who've been stuck at home during COVID figured out after a short period of time, once COVID ended, you kind of like the idea of still working at home because you can leave your home anytime you want and still work from there rather than go to that office. You walked from one company to another and you were able now to get your hands onto managing, self-managing your 401k. And some of you are in a position where you're telling me, I've got $80,000 that I put away for the last 12 years in this 401k. My employer matched it, and then I left the firm, and 3 months later, I can do whatever I want with that money. And I've been watching you, Uncle Bruce, and I'm going, hey, I want to use that money to make money. I want to put that through, and I'm going to get like an IRA, and I'm going to get my own RRSP in Canada, and I'm going to self-manage my own wealth. I want to write options to add income to my portfolio. The money in my 401k, for some of you, it's all inside the tax-sheltered entity, and you're just going to grow it, including your IRAs, to build your retirement account. For a number of others of you in your 40s, 30s, and 40s and 50s, you've built value in your 401k and you can borrow against it. You're allowed to borrow against yourself to get cash out of your 401k into your hands that you can now utilize for whatever you need it to do. Now, whether this is simply to reorganize your credits and debits and IOUs and car loans, student loan, credit cards, fine. Or some of you are going, no, Bruce, no. Because of you and these classes that I'm watching and hanging out with these group of regulars, I have figured out through practice accounts, I can write stock options. I can do credit spreads. I can make more money, way more money with this capital I get my hands on than it'll cost me to pay my own loan back to myself. This is a win-win for me. I'm going to borrow 40 grand from myself, and I'm going to pay myself back over, say, 3 or 5 years at 8% interest. I'm charging myself 8% interest to put that money back in my 401k over the next 5 years. So that 40 grand, when it's all paid back, will be more like 65,000 to me. Thank you. In the meantime, I have 40,000 out here in the outside world. And I'm now going to do option writing with this capital, plus whatever other capital I've amassed that I've been putting together and whatever I've been sitting on. And so for some of you, you automatically go from maybe a $25,000 account to a $65,000 account. And if you are bringing in 5 to 10% per month on premiums based on whatever stock you're writing on, whatever strategy you're using, you may find that credit spreads can bring you 10% per month return. You're sitting there going, I'm hauling in $6,500 a month here on the outside. This isn't inside my retirement. This is out here. And on top of that, I have my day job. And as long as you keep working that day job, you have the check coming in, whether you're going to the office or working from home, up to you. Plus you have this $6,500 coming out. You need to make a payment to yourself for $400, $500, $600, $700 a month. You have that. No problem. You're happily paying yourself back. And you're now amassing a larger pool of capital that you're going to self-manage to the point where you may find that you reach that $100,000 level and you're bringing in 8, 10, and 12,000 per month of capital. That is the point where there's no return. You are now going to say to your employer, see ya, I'm out of here. I'm not working for you guys anymore because I can make more money on my own, managing my own money. I don't have to work for you guys to make 4 or 5,000 a month. I'm making 10, 12,000 a month over here. And I cannot afford 50 hours a week of my time because it costs me 2 hours a day in commute time, 8 hours a day work time. That is 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, 50 hours. I'm giving up 50 hours of commitment to this for that paycheck to put 50 hours to myself and work from home full time, uninterrupted, following my investments. And I'm going to be a better option writer to take advantage of market moves during the week, during the day, to cash in even more. Welcome to this side of the equation where you're in charge of your future and no one can tell you what to do. And you decide this week you want to take a week off. You had a good couple of week run here. You brought in 7, 8, 9,000, and you're tired, and you just want to don't want to work for a week. At the office, you'd be taking a week off. Well, you might take a week off from investing. You might just say, I got 85, 120,000 in the account, whatever that is, just earning daily interest on my margin account. That money just earns interest for the week that I'm not working. It's your decision. You decide how much do you want to be involved with this? How active do you want to be? How many positions do you want to carry at any one time? What is it that you want to write options on? Are you very comfortable with Apple? Are you more comfortable with Tesla contracts? Are you more comfortable with triple Qs? Are you more comfortable with credit spreads, poor man covered calls? This is why there are 17 lessons waiting for you. You've been grabbing these classes, understanding how options work, understanding the history of the options, the subtleties of the options market, and you're going to decide for yourself where in the options market you fit in. Because this is a new business. This is a new career. And you have to be able to say to yourself, these option classes, 17 of them, are like taking a college class. That's what this is. This is going to ultimately lead to me perhaps becoming a full-time option writer in a business I've never been in before, from the comfort of my own house, and I'm hanging out with some of the finest co-option writers there are. The members of this man's channel is who I'm hanging out with. You're going to become a Gold Bagel member. You're going to take all 17 classes. You're going to join the Discord group that Gold Bagel members join, because you're going to send me an email saying, I'm a Gold Bagel member, Bruce. I'd like to join the Discord group. We'll send you the link information. Now you're part of that gang. You're hanging out with these guys 24/7, talking about writing options. And you might be a fly in the wall. For the first 6 months, you might be terrified to say anything to anybody. You're just going to absorb. So you're in the Discord group. You're part of this channel in a Gold Bagel level. You join me every morning at 8 o'clock for a half an hour before I even start this show. You join me every Wednesday night for Primetime Live. You'll even contact me for a one-on-one consultation. And we'll get together from time to time to talk about your situation, your career, your family scenario, your game plan. You're going to fill me in on, well, here's what's happening in our family over the next 6 months to 2 years. This is my position in the position I'm in. This is the world I'm in. What do you think? And then we go from there. Anyway, welcome to the party, pal. I'm glad you're all here. I'm glad you're with us today. It's another busy day, and we never know what is going to happen next. We just do not know. Let's do a quick recap on what I see going on at the moment. A quick look at the markets overall. The Dow is up 72 points, seems to be holding its own. The Bank of England reduced their interest rates by 1/4 point. S&P is up 27 points, NASDAQ up 81. So the Dow is up almost 1/5 of a point. NASDAQ and S&P are trying to hold a 0.5 percentage point gain. Oil is up 71 cents a barrel, 0.91 of a percentage point, 78.62. It's trying to hold its gains for the week. As far as other stocks are concerned, we are looking at Rocket Lab right now up about 4 cents. Sofi is up a penny. GameStop is up 14. Matterport is now up 8 cents a share to 4.52 range in the pre-market. 23andMe is up 2 cents now to 42 cents. We have apparently an offer has been made to the corporation by the CEO, Ann Wojcicki. She is offering cash 40 cents a share to take the company private. The stock's trading at 42 at the moment. Ahead of that bid, there's no certainty that that price will be the final price, and or if that deal even happens or not. So at the moment, stock's a little higher. There was an analyst this morning that put a $2 price tag on this company. So that's getting interesting. Spire Global up 33 cents. ATIP up 7. Smart Rent is up 3 cents. We have new management being put into place there. Probably in the next week or two, there'll be a lot of developments over on Smart Rent. Apple is up 225. Tesla's down 220. Microsoft is up 176. Google is up 21. Amazon up 277. Nvidia is up 150. Meta Platforms, the old Facebook, is up $44.50 to $519.40. Very big gain on very strong financial results last night. Goldman Sachs is up 40. We're down a nickel on Cisco. We're up 29 on ARC Innovations. We've got Pfizer up 7 cents, HPQ down a nickel, Unity up 3, AI up a dime, Adobe down 85 cents. Spiders are up $2, Qs are up 155, Netflix is down $1. Got IBM at 192.30, up 16 cents, gained $1.10 again yesterday. Vanix Semiconductors down 150, but it gained 17.50 yesterday. That was a 7.6% gain. Home Depot down 87 cents. Enphase is up 90. Palantir at 26.97, up 7 cents. And Uber Technologies up 43 cents. 64.90 is where Uber is right now. That is a quick little rebound, a quick little recap of what we're doing and where we're at right now. Welcome all of you to the show. Vivesh, good morning. I think Uncle Bruce sent dumb money. Welcome all. Richard, I wrote some ME $1 covered calls for Jan 2025. I got 10 cents each for them. Stink bid, do you guys like to write 30 delta or around 20 delta is the question from Stink bid. Blair, in the end, net plus right is where they want you. I don't know what that means. Earnings day, Bobby Atkinson for DraftKings as per Google. Dude, on my way to 100% this year. Earnings on MSTR as well tonight. Lots of stuff going on. I have a poll question going on today that I'd like to get your participation on if you'd like. By the way, thank you for the thumbs up, 76 so far for the show. Thank you for 76 thumbs up. The poll question reads as follows. By writing stock options, the premiums I get now are equal to X amount of my regular paycheck. I've asked you whether if you write stock options now, you make more than 25% of your paycheck when you write stock options. Now, I'm going to assume, and I'm just going to say, you probably all know this, but I'm going to reiterate it here. This question really is on a monthly basis to kind of make this fair. Of your monthly paycheck, the premiums you're getting now are more than 25%. 66% of you are saying yes. The option premiums that I bring in now are equal in excess of 25% of my paycheck. More than 50% of your paycheck, 18% of the 78 votes so far. And more than 100% of my paycheck. I make more than my entire paycheck every month writing stock options. 15% of you are telling me that. So thank you for already answering the question. Those of you out there who are curious, head over to my homepage here, to this channel, whatever device you're watching on. I'm not sure if everyone can get this poll question popping up on their devices or not, but would love to know what kind of percentage of your paycheck are you bringing in writing option premiums, bringing in option premiums. Would love to know how that is working out for you. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for 77 thumbs up and counting. Thank you and congratulations to a number of you in the last week or so who have been contacting me and reaching out to me to take advantage of this sale, the sale that we had going on here for the classes. Appreciate those of you who have stepped up to get your hands on 5 classes for the price of 4. The deal has come and gone. I appreciate you all. And appreciate the fact that you're taking advantage of the sale. A number of you reached out to me to say, not only am I buying classes, I also would like a one-on-one with you, and we'll arrange those going forward as well. Thank you again. appreciate it. Mike Strange is saying, Uncle Bruce, sometimes your poll questions lack a catch-all answer. I didn't vote in the poll today because I'm making less than 25% a month. But you didn't give me that option to make the thing. Fair enough. I mean, I can't do it all. There's only so many responses I can ask for, and I didn't want to overcomplicate it. So, if it excludes some of you, it's nothing personal. It's not like I'm mad at you or I'm frustrated with you. Nothing like that at all. I just have limitations on how much I can do with these poll questions, and I'm not here to, make you think an hour about how do I answer this question. I don't want to do that. All right, Richard Carlin, I don't care about Delta, buddy. I don't care about the Delta. I make money. I write options that are out of the money that have very little time to live, and I take the cash. Very good. Blair, what's going on here? Blair Barkley, a $200 super chat. Uncle Bruce, I read up a few, and I don't know what the rest of this message is. Blair, thank you very much for this very generous super chat. It's been a long time since I've seen one of this side. Thank you very much. What I find funny is occasionally I'll kind of go back to the old days and I'll look up a video that I would have made back in January or February of 2021 when GameStop was going up $20 a day or down $20 a day or up $60 in a day. All those wild times. And when my channel at that time was so fresh and new, and I was attracting 120, 150,000 people at a time asking me, what's GameStop going to do? And I go, I don't know. Let's follow it together. I would have people sending me super chats to get my attention because the comments over here were just spinning like this. I mean, Jen and I couldn't monitor it fast enough. But I knew it was, it's only going to be for a while until things kind of calm the hell down. But I remember back then the super chats that were coming in. So we didn't have memberships, we didn't have classes, we didn't have anything. I was just on the air trying to answer people's questions in plain English. And I remember these kinds of chats coming through that were just mind-blowing. I mean, people would say to me, because of you, I made $80 a share on GameStop. I was going to sell this at $85 a share, but you talked to me and had me calm down, and I didn't sell them, and they went up to 190 to 200. Then they came down to 160, 170. I sold them, and I have 1,000 shares, and I made 80 grand because of you and this channel. Here's $500. Thank you very much. I mean, I used to get these ridiculous amount of money. I loved it when people made ridiculous amounts of money like that, but you can't count on that as an ongoing thing. I mean, why would any stock go from $2 to $500 and then go beyond that? That would make no sense whatsoever. Anyway, it was a wild and wacky time, and thank you. I appreciate you all. JD, at the last minute, Matt Ames, I declare your sale the summer of Bruce. Tortuga, you don't have to own the stock to write on. That is correct. Richard, write spreads, Richard says. You don't have to own the stock, you can write spreads. You can write cash secured puts. You can write poor man covered calls. You don't have to own the stock either. Blair is sending me another $100. Read back in the chat where I talked about the bankers. And let's go back. I see one message there. Was there another one? So nitty-gritty sounds good. Let's go back. Blair, I'm listening to That's Life by Frank Sinatra as I love your worldview, Uncle Bruce. I love that. That's life. I love that song. Frank in the 50s, wasn't he at his best? Oh my God. All right, let me just double check here, Blair. I'm going back to from the beginning here and moving forward to your messages. Thank you for these two very generous donations today. I'll let Auntie Jen know. She's going to go, oh, we should go shopping. Here we go. Blair, I'm listening to That's Life by Frank Sinatra as I love your worldview, Uncle B. And then Blair went on to say, so nitty gritty, but sounds good to me. So we have to work a bit. And then Blair says, let's see. Where are we? Blair. Yes, those bankers will get you 4 to 5% after they take their percentage off the top for themselves and another percentage for their fees. for being in their fund. Yes, this is true, Blair. In the end, net and right where they want you. That's right. No question about it, my man. There are so many people out there in North America, Europe, uh, in the 20 most richest countries in the world where most of the capitalism exists. Um, there are millions and millions, if not tens of millions of cases, maybe hundreds of millions, of families, not just individuals, but families that have huge amounts of capital for them, their capital tied up in all kinds of areas um, that are being managed by professional managers, basically Wall Street based. Um, Look, these people are good people. They're not criminals. Okay, they're okay folks. They're well educated, hardworking, um, um, industry experienced, and their job is to steer capital on behalf of millions of people into safe and sound and tried and true places to make money. The problem is the issue is that many people who have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars tied up in these managed funds, they don't understand the markets themselves, hence why they have these people to handle it. Those who do have a handle on their world, their business, their way of making money, actually would have and definitely do have the ability to self-manage their assets. Now, for whatever reason, there's a billion reasons for everybody, all right? There are some people who just will not do it. They will not step up and self-manage their own money. They will never do that. They will bring advisors in and have it run for them. The problem is this: too many people who have, say, less than $500,000, probably less than $200,000, are getting returns of 3 and 4% per year, and have looked back at their statements since 2000, from 2000 to today, 2024, over that 24-year time frame. A number of people who are now 50 are going, since I was 25 years old, I've been receiving anywhere from 2% to 8% return a year. And I don't see this 15-20% return that the so-called markets have been getting. I'm not even equaling the S&P 500. I am underperforming the market, just the whole dang market. Why am I bothering putting my money into the hands of these professionals when they can't even give me a return equal to the S&P 500? This makes no sense to me. And I agree with that. And this is the angle I keep coming back to for many of you out there who are going, Uncle Bruce, I've got $85,000 in my, my entire wealth is 85 grand, or 185,000, or 220,000, and I am told, everything I read about, everything I follow, everything I'm trying to get my hands on for information, how much capital do I need to retire on? These numbers are in the millions. I'm supposed to be at age 65 sitting on $2.5 million of assets. Where in the hell is this coming from? If I've got 185,000 at age 52, how is that going to turn into 2 million in 13 years when I turn 65? This is, even if I make 10% a year, I don't think that's going to happen to me. I'm not getting anywhere near this. And this is where we are here together, and many of you have figured out, if I just write options on my stock that I am sitting on. I was working at Federal Express. I worked at Amazon. I worked at Intel. I used to work for the guys at Honeywell. I used to work for this company. I worked for that company. I worked for that company. And I have in my 401k or in my IRA, I'm sitting on 15,000 shares of stock. I got 5,000 of this company, 3,000 of this company, 7,000 of this. I got 15,000 shares. I can actually, I'm figuring this out with Uncle Bruce, through the classes, I can write 150 contracts on the stock that I own. My wife and I own stock in both of our 401ks or our IRAs. Together, we have 15, 20,000 shares of whatever. theoretically, we could take over control of these accounts. We could theoretically adjust our portfolios to sell this stock or this investment, and then turn around and just buy NVIDIA. Why don't we just buy it at 115 a share? Why don't we buy 3,000 shares of NVIDIA and write 30 contracts on NVIDIA? Now, if we write 30 contracts on NVIDIA that are good for 2 or 3 months out of the money, ahead of the stock, how much cash can we bring in? And this is where people go, wait a minute, are you serious, Uncle Bruce? You are making this crap up off the top of your head. You're lying to us. You're a shill. This can't be real. It would be impossible for me to bring in any kind of serious capital on option writing. You're just full of it. So I go, okay, why don't we take a look at the October contracts? I'm just on the fly throwing this up on my screen here. Hang on a second. The shares are 118 right now, ballpark. In October, if you were to write October 125s, you would bring in $950 a contract. That's $950 a contract. If you could write 30 of those for $950 a contract, that, if I am not mistaken, 3,000 shares times almost $10 a share, and that's 30,000. That's like $29,000 between now and October. $29,000. This is the 1st of August. Talking August, September, and 3 weeks into October. We're talking 2 3/4 months to bring in $30,000. That is more than $10,000 a month to live off of. Or that is $30,000 or $29,000 you can add to the value of your 401k right now, cash in that 401k immediately. And you can just sit there with your arms folded and say, take me out at 125 a share. It's trading at 118 right now. I get $7 a share more if you take me out on 3,000 shares. That's another $21,000 on top of the 30 I just hauled in. That's 50 G's in 2 3/4 months. What happens if you take me out? Nothing. You're sitting on a mountain of money. You're just going to turn around and buy back all the shares of NVIDIA you can. And you're going to write a bunch of new contracts, which will probably mean you'll have 3,200 shares or 3,300 shares. You're going to write 33 contracts for December or January, 2-3 months going forward, for another $10 a share. That's $33,000 until Christmas. Can you get by on that? Can you understand that if you take a $200,000 IRA or 401k or a combination of assets, and you can bring in $30,000 every 3 months or so, that's $10,000 a month you are adding to your retirement account's value without the stock doing any movement, without you putting in any new money. You're just letting the option writers fund your retirement. The option gamblers are giving you the money because they want to gamble on your stock. You don't feel comfortable writing 125s. You want to write 130s, you'll get a little less in premium, but you'd get $5 more per share. Are you happy with that? If you were exercised, remember, if you're not exercised, the options die worthless. Thank you very much. You get exercised out, you keep the premium anyway. You win, you win, you win. I cannot emphasize enough how many of my viewers go, what? What are you kidding me? I can't believe how I'm getting taken. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. You bring in $10 per share on a $118 stock in 3 months. Hello? $11.80 a share is 10% a year. I'm talking about 9% in 3 months. You can do this 4 times a year. That's $120,000 a year, $10,000 a month all year long. And you're not using anything. You're not doing it with the money. You're just taking the premium and sitting on it and writing again another 30 contracts and another 30 contracts and another 30 contracts. If you buy more stock each and every time, you're going to write 33 contracts, 36 contracts, 40 contracts, 45 contracts. 5 years from now, you're writing 100 contracts at $10 a contract. You're in a different you're in a different world. You're now going to take 180 grand and turn it into 2.5 million by the time you retire. You're going to do that. It's a life changer. It's a complete life changer. thank you all for being here who want to figure this out. There's 184 of you. That's all that's here. 184. You are among very few investors out there who have figured this out and are going, I got to check this out. I know most of you who are here, that 186, you're already option writers. Some of you, maybe 5 or 10% of you who are here, have never written an option before. And somehow you heard about this channel. I don't know how you found me. I don't know how you found me, but you found me. And you're here going, what is this guy talking about? Is this legit? Can I really do this? Well, go and check it out yourself. Why don't you check out the ability to look at option quotes? Easily done for free. There's no magic to it. And check out for yourself what options are going for on certain stocks like NVIDIA or Apple or Microsoft or the triple Qs or GameStop or AI. I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't matter. That's the best part. You don't have to worry about who does what and what's going on. This is the best part about this. Absolutely exciting. You don't need to own stock necessarily to do option writing. Again, on NVIDIA, you can buy deep in the money calls. There are classes available to figure that out, and you can become a poor man covered call writer as well. Some of you out there, you're in a position to get 1,000 shares of NVIDIA, or you're in a position to get 18 deep in the money calls. So you can either write 10 contracts or you can write 18 contracts. The difference between 10 and 18 might be, instead of bringing in 10 grand, you're bringing in 18 grand every 3 months. That is the difference between working and not working for somebody else. 6 grand a month versus 3 grand a month or 4 grand a month. All of a sudden, yeah, I'm out of here. I just live off my option premiums from my poor man covered call strategies. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. And thank you again. Thank you, Blair, for these 2 donations, $200 and $100. Thank you. Jen will be freaking out. Thank you all so much. Again, all of you who are just here. Victor Scott, welcome from Johannesburg. Thank you all. Zach, thank you for the thumbs ups. Appreciate that. What's your advice for holding on to ME with a $1 higher average cost? I'm not holding enough to worry about it. Many are asking. I would just say do nothing. Let this thing play out. It could play out at 45 to 55 cents on a cash deal. It could play out into stock, into another public company. It could be a million combinations. I don't know. But my hunch here is a cash offer of 40 cents is equal to the cash in the bank. That's all this is. In other words, she's getting a public company for free. She's going to be able to manipulate the corporation's assets to her advantage. There may be somebody else who are going, hey, I'll bid 45 cents for this thing. Thank you very much. I don't know. I know her knowledge is unique. Of course, she's the founder of the company. Who else can run it, more effectively than her? Again, you all debate whether she should be the CEO or not. You debate that amongst yourselves. But this deal is worth watching for a while. Let's just sit tight, okay? Anyway, there you have it. Giddy up, everybody. Susan Shops on the stock like NVIDIA, which can swing wildly at moments. Several of us being behind 15% sometimes find it's not enough. 20-25% is better. Doing put credit spreads, call credit spread. Yes, I agree with that. What else is going on here? Happy Thursday and happy August from the premium of the option. Time to fill our pockets. I think that's right. Blair, amazing. Walter Young, good morning. Bagel Familia, 3,400 shares of ME, 147 average. Hoping we get another over. We'll see what's going on. Thank you all. Alberto, I would write 2 years out and take as much possible if the option chain allows. Skip that for 169 days out. It's 15. I don't know what's going on. Stephanie, Blair, I don't see a non-super chat message that has bankers in it. Well, yeah, it's up there. He did that. What else is going on here? The man says, I haven't taken any classes, but what Uncle Bruce says is true. Anyone can do this. I started with 2,500 June 1st, added 2,000 June 16th, and my account value is already 5,500. So I'm making 500 a month doing this. Another good Uncle Bruce stock pick says John Biscuit. John's not a fan, obviously. What else? What else? What else? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think we're open for trading. We're up and running, aren't we? Welcome, everybody. Trying to catch up with all of you guys. Easier said than done. Thank you all. Yes, says BP. NVIDIA at 118 to write 30 contracts. You would need 354,000 in capital. So need capital to make money as usual. Yeah, of course. I mean, you're going to write 30 contracts on NVIDIA. You're going to have to be able to write 30 contracts on NVIDIA. Now, if you buy the stock on margin, you need half the money. If you buy deep in the money calls, you might need only half the money. And then immediately bring in 30 grand against the capital that you've been borrowing to knock down that margin account. I mean, there's a million ways. And if you can only start with 200 shares and then go to 300 and then go to 400, knock yourself out. You got to start somewhere. I'm just giving you overall ideas. I'm talking about the big picture. There are people out there with $250,000 in their IRAs or TFSAs, RRSPs, you name it, and they want to bring in income to retire on. Well, if you happen to have enough capital to own 3,000 NVIDIA, then write 30 calls on NVIDIA and bring in $10 a share, 30 grand. 3 months. Hello? Why not add 30 grand every 3 months to your account? You get taken out, you've just added 50 grand to your account. Your account is 50,000 larger. Period. You turn around, buy all the stock you can, and write another batch of contracts and get taken out again at a premium. There's another 50,000 in your account. You just added 100,000 in 6 months to your portfolio's value. That's the story. That's the strategy. How you do it, where you do it, what your numbers are, it's all up to you, of course. There's no set answer for every one of you all at the same time. It's just you're all in a different position. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you all so much. Thank you, those of you who are here. I don't know if Larry Titus snuck the bells in here on me. I don't see him. But thanks for those of you who have come through here and are here now. We are open for trading 3 minutes, 4 minutes into the deal. Let's see what's going on. There's a brokerage firm out there putting ME at a $2 value. That's their target price, $2 a share on ME. I don't know if that's going to happen. Are they going to end up with a rollback anyway? Is that what's going to happen? And there's not going to be a takeout? I don't know. Stick around. We're at 40.8 cents a share. It's not going anywhere. It's just sitting just around 40 because the only offer on the table at this exact second in time is 40 cents a share cash. That is the offer at this instant. Does this deal get taken up or not? I don't know. Rocket Lab's down 4. SoFi unchanged. GameStop is up 12. Matterport down 3.5 cents. ME sitting up about a penny. Spire up 8. ATIP up 2. SmartRent up half a penny. Apple's up $1. Tesla down 2.80. Microsoft up 65 cents. Google down 78. Amazon up $1. NVIDIA up 150. Facebook, Meta Platforms, 43.80 gain, 5.18 a share. Goldman up 2.45. Cisco up a dime. Arc Innovations down 50 cents. Pfizer is up 16. HPQ is up 6 pennies. Unity down 34. AI down a penny. Adobe down 3. Spiders are up 2.35. The Qs are up 1.18. Netflix is up $8 today. IBM up 1.17. Vanik down 2.12. Home Depot up $2. Enphase up 180, Palantir up 18, and Uber down 8 cents a share. Welcome everyone to the party. We'll find out as the day wears on, as the week wears on, after the weekend, what does the street think about the ME proposed takeover offer buyout by Ann Wisniewski at 40 cents a share. If the shares trade at 45 to 50 cents a share, going forward in the next hour or day or week, then the 40-cent deal won't get taken up. Investors will go, I don't need to take 40 cents a share. It's trading at 45. I'm not going to give it away at 40. It's trading at 45. If it trades at 55, 60, then there must be rumors flying around or speculation flying around that there could well be a better offer coming down the line. Again, we'll see what happens. I'll be here. You'll be here. We'll figure it out together, and we'll go from there. Thank you all so much for being part of this channel today. It's great to have you here. Looking forward to seeing you make some dinero today and tomorrow and all of next week. There you have it. Thank you all for popping in. Thanks again for answering the poll question today. And thank you for the thumbs ups. We now have 109 thumbs ups for the show so far. Appreciate that. We have 205 of you watching right now. Thank you for that. Tearing you away from Olympic coverage, I suppose. Appreciate you all being here today, following this YouTuber's ranting and raving. My goodness. I'm looking at my channel. I'm seeing ads run on my channel. Kayak and other ads are running on my channel. Unbelievable what's going on. Thank you all for joining in. 109 thumbs ups and counting. Looks like Blair has done it again. Hang on one second here. Let me figure out what's going on here as I'm quickly trying to catch up with all of this trading activity going on here. One moment. Thank you, everybody. The Dow right now is up 241 points, way higher than the pre-market. We're up 28 on S&P. We're up 70 on NASDAQ. The Dow is up 0.58. S&P is up 0.54%, and NASDAQ is up 0.38. Oil is only up 51 cents and is dropping. Jobless claims jumped to nearly a year high of 249,000, but apparently it's not as bad as it looks. Treasury yields sink after larger than expected weekly jobless claims. This might convince the Fed to drop rates for sure in September. U.S. 10 years are going from 4.06 to 4.01%. The UK rate now 3.9% on their interest rate drop. Euro is hanging in at 108, the pound at 128.14. Both are slightly off of their mark from yesterday. European stocks down over 1% in Germany and France, Italy, whereas in Britain up 1/5 of a point on its quarter point drop so far. Okay, that's what I've got over there. Over back here to commentary. Thank you all again for being here and following me here. Blair was saying that, and since I followed Uncle Bruce and Andy Jen, I can't believe the amounts of money under the bridge. Giddy up. What else is he saying here? Bankers are crooking us to keep the money cow milking. There you go. Let's see what else is going on here. Let's see what's going on here. Blair, I haven't learned until I finally decided to stop being a passive investor. I finally figured this out. Let's go. Blair, now another $100 donation. Thank you again. 400 today. I asked a few years back to my Fidelity account person if there's any company that could play options for me. Mr. Mulligan, we'll get back to you. Yes, sir, we'll get back to you. No one ever got back to me. That's right. The only place to learn how to write options, I'm one of the channels. There are a few other channels that talk about option writing that try to get you to buy their courses or try to get you to become part of their... I'm not exactly sure what some of these firms do. There are some YouTubers out there that seem to indicate that you can become a partner of theirs and learn how to become an option. I can't make sense of it myself. I'm just a guy in front of a computer here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, that's been in the markets and part of the market since 1978. And I'm just regurgitating 46 years of knowledge back to you guys. It's just flowing out of me all the time. And I've gone through bear markets, bull markets, many U.S. elections, many Canadian elections, many oil crises and recessions and terrorist attacks and wars and blah, 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 blah. I'm here. And I'm just trying to help you figure out where are you at and where are you going and where can you get to reasonably. And I'm trying to make many of you, for the first time in your lives, analyze yourselves by taking you out of your body and getting you up into a drone 500 feet up to look back down on yourself to understand the big picture, because so many of you are so wrapped up in your lives as am I in mine. We are so distracted by our local needs and responsibilities. Sometimes we need to get out and go, okay, where are we at? Where am I at? How old am I now? What's my future? How am I doing health wise? How's my wife doing? How's my husband doing? How are my kids doing? How are the grandkids? What about my mom and dad? What about our grandparents? What about my brothers and sisters? You are, I'm forcing you, if possible, to analyze your overall scenario, and then I'm going to zero in on your finances, on your cash flow, because North Americans and Canadians and Europeans are cash flow junkies. Most of us are not billionaires. As a matter of fact, none of you are billionaires. Millionaires, there's a couple here. There's a few. You're millionaires on paper, but you're not a millionaire in cash. Many of you are 100,000aires, but it's not cash. It's that you have assets you're carrying through a paycheck, through income generation, and maybe it's all in your house. That's all the wealth you have. 90% of your actual core value of asset value is the equity in your house. Everything else is irrelevant because your cars are depreciating. Your sports cards that you thought would become worth millions of dollars aren't doing anything. The comic books you collected as a kid are, they're worth something, but with inflation, you're not making any money. I don't know. It is what it is. There are a few of you here who do have capital outside of your house. And I guess out of the 200 of you here, I would imagine a good bunch of you do have capital that you're trying to manage and would like to manage. And some of you have taken the steps, extraordinary steps, the kind of steps where you've really decided, okay, enough's enough. I'm not interested in my $40,000, $120,000 401k or IRA making 4% anymore. Enough's enough. But I also need to manage capital outside of my 401k to live off of, because I want to quit my day job. I want to get rid of this stress of the corporate world or business world that I've been a part of, that I've done well at, but not well enough, or it's just not good enough for me anymore at the stage in my life that I'm at. I'm going to reorganize myself. I'm going to reorganize my capital. I'm going to reorganize my assets, and I'm going to now maximize the amount of capital that I am managing to now live a comfortable upper middle class lifestyle, because it's my turn. There's only one go around. I'm no longer in my 20s. My 30s are gone. My 40s are disappearing quickly, or 50s. It's time for me to step up and get with the program. And so for some of you, you've borrowed against your 401k, and there's a limit to that. For some of you, you have borrowed against your house equity. So you don't want to move. You don't want to leave the house. You love the neighborhood. You love the town, the city. It's all good. It's all good. But you've got 600,000 equity in the house, and you are sitting there going, if I borrow 200,000 against this equity, I can manage 200 grand outside of my retirement accounts, and I can manage 100 to 200,000 inside my retirement accounts. And over time, I will contribute money towards these retirement accounts to top them up even further. But I am now going to manage $400,000 of capital because I have taken classes from this guy's channel, and I've watched other YouTubers, and I've been on Google, and I've talked to other investors. I've done practice trading in my brokerage accounts, and I want to do a conservative option writing program where I bring in dividends on some stock and write options on those stocks as well. I write cash secured puts on other issues, and I do credit spreads on other issues. I am going to be very diversified in my option writing strategies. I don't have my eggs in one basket, and I'm now managing 8 to 10 different positions at the same time. I can do it because I don't work for anybody. I am self-employed. And this is all I manage. I used to run 20 different things at the office. I had all these committee meetings and all these management meetings and all these objective meetings and all this travel and all these conventions we used to go to. We were juggling 100 balls at a time. For me to run 5 or 8 or 10 different option positions instead, this is boring compared to what I used to do at the office. It's wonderfully boring, actually. It's exactly the kind of boring I want. I want to self-manage assets from the comfort of my wonderful home, rec room, wherever I'm doing this from. And I'm going to change my lifestyle completely. I'm going to lose weight because I'm not eating the junk food downtown anymore. I go for a walk every day with the dog. I go for a bike ride every day on my own. I go to the gym every day because that's where I like to do my workout. Your life is going to be completely evolved around your comfort and your wants. And if from time to time you're going to go on a trip with your significant other, um, and it's an economy 6 month getaway, or it's a lavish 2 month travel to whatever, your call. You decide what you want to do, how you want to do it. Welcome to the party, pal, where the possibilities are limitless, absolutely limitless. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Blair, you're unbelievable, buddy. Lissy, bonjour, Uncle Bruce and family. I'm checking in from Paris where I'm watching the Olympics. I'm an option writer and I'm watching the Olympics in Paris. Now, there you go. BP, can we change the polls to different numbers? Blair, thank you. Alberto sold 130 cash secured puts. 750 Sofi expiring 816 for 30 cents. Don't mind owning at 2720. Roll that into covered calls. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for all you do. Way to go, Alberto. Gotta go. Way to go, buddy. Dude, other channels talk about options, but they aren't focused on the daily movement. A few are, but they are too broad. Uncle Bruce is a diamond. I'm so glad I listened to Uncle B. Thank you, my friend Blair. I was there too. I'm only 8 years younger, I think. Will Carruthers, hey, Uncle Bruce, I'm looking to get in some deep calls so I can start writing again. Is there a stock you like right now to get back into it? Pardon the remedial question. I want to get back into the game. Well, if you're going to do deep in the money contracts, deep in the money call options, you want to use that 90-10 rule we talk about. You might be looking at perhaps GameStop if you're into that. You might be into AI if you're into that. You might be into something like, I don't know, let me take a look here. Maybe Sofi, not Sofi, Tesla. Maybe Tesla will give you the opportunity. NVIDIA at 119 a share. Maybe you're going to be able to get $50 calls. $50 strike price with, 2026 expiry or longer. Maybe, I don't know. You have to look at the option chains, and they change all the time. And they sure changed yesterday. So, keep an eye. What else? What else can you look into? Apple calls, Tesla's, Google, Microsoft, certainly the Magnificent Seven, Meta, Amazon. You can look at deep in the money calls on these from time to time based on their performance and what kind of premium can you get. In other words, you're doing the big picture. You're going, okay, if I buy 10 deep in the money calls on this stock, and I then want to write contracts 1 or 2 or 3 months out against it, what kind of premiums could I get for this stock that are out of the money, worthless contracts that will likely die zero value, or I'll pull in 80-90%. What's my return on equity going to be? And now you're going to look at scenario 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you might work a week to figure this out. This is not an instantaneous, give me a trade right now. You're going to do your homework because you know how to do your homework. You've taken my classes. You've rewatched the courses. You're here all the time. You realize this is a marathon. This is a marathon way to make money. This is not a 100-yard dash. Get it out of your head. It is not a 100-yard dash. It is a game changer of epic proportions, but it is for the rest of your existence that you're going to do this. So patience is a virtue, and learning the arm folding technique for options to come to you before you buy them, options to give you premium before you write them. Sometimes you look at a trade and go, I could have written these calls on Monday, but I waited until Wednesday to write these calls. Why? Because they die this Friday. I didn't want to be in a position to be short these call options on Monday. I'm much more comfortable to be short these contracts on Wednesday because they die on Friday. I'm only exposed for 48 hours to this trade, or next week Friday, instead of 10 days of trading, only 8 days of trading. These are the subtleties that you're going to pick up being here longer. And I don't know if you get this anywhere else, but here we are. The good news, too, is you do not need to be writing contracts and wait until they die. You don't have to play this game. Too many channels out there talk about option writing strategies where they say to you, oh yeah, write these contracts now, and in 78 days from now, when they die worthless, you will make this much money. The problem is that with 60 days gone and 18 days to go, which 18 trading days could be 4 weeks of time, you can already close out the trade for a 92% profit on this 100% profit trade and reestablish a new position going forward that you're only going to be into for 2 or 3 weeks. You don't have to wait till the end of the contract's life to cash out. That's the best part. Then there's the rollovers. There's rollovers. Kids, you've got so much to pick up. Blair did it again. Another $100 donation. Talk about time decaying on options. What about the U.S.? What about the U.S.? Well, there's also that. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Kids, Susan Shops, dude, Bruce has been a diamond. Have you looked at Will Trades? He goes over charts nightly on Mag 7s and others, which are visually very helpful. And he, like Bruce, believes only in writing. But Blair, wow, holding on. I live comfortably in maybe a $180,000 house, and I don't think I'll ever change it. Susan, the market is open. I got to check the option chain. Lizzie, in between watching sports and sightseeing, I spent a few minutes buying back covered calls. Free money while on holiday. I love this here in Paris. Way to go, Alberto. Lizzie, bingo, go get that moolah.
That was easy.
There you go. Flint Creek, Lizzie, you are a legend. Puddin' Pie. Lizzie, I gotta love making money while on vacation. Way to go. Enjoy Paris.
I want to rock.
Let's get this one up. Oh, that's that one. Here, how about this one? Oh yeah. Nice going. Will Carruthers, Patience Young Grasshoppers. RB, I'm number 118 on your thumbs up meter. Thank you again for those of you who are members of this channel, subscribers to this channel, becoming Gold Eagle members of this channel. Thank you all. Class takers. I can only congratulate you. I can thank you, of course, because you're helping us make a living, but you are helping yourselves to a world that most of the market doesn't understand. They don't get it. Too many people are out there who believe they've been brainwashed, or for whatever reason, their whole mentality is, I got to buy stock options and win the lottery. I'm going to put $2,000 into this stock option trade, and it's going to turn into $20,000 later today or later this week. And it doesn't happen. And it doesn't happen. And they sell it off and they lose $1,000. They lose $1,500, and they try another lottery ticket again and again and again, and they never win. And occasionally they win and go, I've got half my money back. I've got half my money back. And they think they're winning. They're losing. And every paycheck they're throwing another $500 into the pot to try to get another option win. Multiply that by millions and millions of gamblers who are throwing in billions of dollars every week, every couple of days into this option market where they're getting annihilated. They're getting eaten alive. They don't know why. They don't understand why they can't win. But they occasionally will get a trade that makes them $2 or $3 grand, and they're going, oh, I only need 3 or more of these, and I'm back to where I was. It's incredible how much time goes by and how consistently gamblers keep losing this game, where option writers are just going, all I'm doing is, like Uncle Bruce says, I'm writing options that have no value. They're out of the money. They're running out of time, and they're going to depreciate to basically zero. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to sell something that I know is going to be worthless in a week or 2 or 3 or a month or 2 or 3. That's all I'm trying to do here. There's nothing else to it. It requires a little bit of finesse and certainly some smart writing and timing. And yes, there's certainly, it's not a free ride. It's not, because you've got to pay something to get something. But man, can you make yourself a nice couple of bucks learning how the option market works and becoming a writer. Of the 200 people that are here, I'm going to guess 150 are heavily writing options. And of those 150, 100 of them don't work anymore. They quit their day job a year ago, 2 years ago, and they will never go back to work for somebody else. I mean, just it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen ever again. Again, thank you, those of you who are here. The thumbs ups are the guys giving me thumbs ups. 121 of you. I thank you. 201 watching, 120 thumbs ups. Thank you for that. Keep them coming in. The poll question has 119 answers now. So the question is, by writing stock options, the premiums that I get now are equal to this much of my paycheck. More than 25% of my paycheck, 71% are saying I get more money from option writing than 25% of my paycheck. Some of you are going, I'm now generating more than 50%. And 14% are saying I get more than 100% of my paycheck. I can't spread the love any more than that. Thank you for helping out with the poll question. Thank you for the thumbs ups today. I just love it when you guys are doing this and you are generating revenue from option premiums. It's astounding to me that more people don't do this. It's always been unbelievable to me. For my entire career as a broker and since my days of being a stockbroker and branch manager, I'm astounded at how few people write options compared to how many people don't write options. They just gamble on options. There are 200 people watching me right now. There are not 2 million people watching me right now. If there were 2 million people watching me out of 200 million people that are in the business, that would be 1% of the entire stock market. I would need an audience of 2 million to have 1% of all the investors. And I'm just guessing what that number is. I could be wrong by 50 million. I don't know. If I had 200,000 people, I'd have 0.1% of the market. If I had 20,000 people watching me right now, I'd have 0.01%, 1/100th of the market watching. We have 200 people. Do you know how small an audience this is? You represent 0.0000001% of the market. That's how few understand the power of writing options and bringing in the money. This is why you win all the time. Most of you guys, every time you write options, you make money. It's almost a guarantee. It's almost every single time. You're sitting back going, I can't believe how much I just brought in. I can't believe someone just paid me for these GameStop contracts. I just wrote these GameStop 25s that die in January. I cannot believe how much money they gave me per share for an out-of-the-money contract that is worthless. It has only got 5 months of life or 4 months of life left in it, and I just got this much money per contract. I wrote 20 of them. This is enough money to pay all my bills for the next 2 months. I can't believe it. Well, because you're a 0.00001%er of the 100% of the market. There are idiots out there willing to give you stupid amounts of money for your contracts. You don't have a lot of competition. That's really what it is. If there were 10 times as many option writers as there are now, you wouldn't get as much premium for every option you write. That's the fact. So this business, this option writing area, could grow by 1,000% in size, and you will still make a killing writing options. That is the bottom line. That's a fact. And here we are with 198 viewers, 196 viewers. You're among a family of viewers who are just scoring. Now, I know there could be more viewers here if the chat was free. If anyone could comment and say whatever they wanted to say, I would have more viewers. What do you think the odds are that we would have trolls? Of course, because they won't believe it. There are people out there who see this channel, they find this channel, they watch it for a while, and they read your comments and they go, these people are all paid to be there. They're all part of a gang. None of this can be real. There's no way. How is it possible that a viewer of Uncle Bruce's channel with $30,000, $50,000, $200,000 of capital can actually write options on stock they don't have? That's impossible. Everything I know about options, you have to be a holder of stock to be able to write options. So of course he's full of crap. It's all BS. They don't get it. They don't know the market. If they knew how you can write credit spreads, then they're going to say, well, okay, you can write options without being a shareholder. I get it. You can do cash secured puts and credit spreads. But, the kind of money these people are talking about, that's not real. And what do we say about that? Why don't you open up a practice account with Fidelity? Free. Why don't you open up a practice account with another brokerage firm? For nothing. Why don't you do the trades that these people are telling you they're doing? You can verify whether these trades are real by just going to the market, to marketwatch.com. Look at the quotes. Go to Yahoo Finance and look at the quotes there. Go to the Chicago Options Exchange and look at the quotes of the options there. You can go to many, many, many different places for free to see if these option quotes really are real or not. And then decide, well, I'm just going to do a practice trade. I'll write 10 calls like this guy did or this girl did, and we'll just see in the next week or two if they go down in price or not. The skeptics out there are many, and there are only a handful of people who will actually go ahead and write options. And those who do write options very quickly figure out, oh my goodness gracious, this is legit. This is better than I thought it was. And I'm holding many of you back using the reins. I'm holding you back. You're thoroughbreds. You want to go. I'm trying to slow you down. Be conservative. Be conservative. Don't get too cocky. Don't get too aggressive. Stay further out of the money. Stay behind the market. Stay ahead of the market. Don't get too close to the campfire. Just take the gains. Take the money they're handing you. Next week is more money. Next week you'll get more money. Next week you'll get more money. Just let it compound. Let it compound. I know you want to make $5,000 a week, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month today. And I'm just saying to you, let that come to you as you compound your dough, because the power of compounding changes everything, from going from 8 contracts to writing 10 contracts to writing 13 contracts to writing 18 contracts. The growth of your ability to write more and more contracts to bring in more and more capital will overwhelm you to the point where you'll one day stop and go, wait a minute. 3 months ago, I was only doing $500 in credit every time I wrote contracts. Now I'm bringing in $1,800 in credit every time I write options. That's more than triple. My paycheck at work hasn't changed in a year. The paycheck at work is the same. And the management has upped my requirements to keep my job. For me to stay employed, I have to deliver more than last year. I don't get any more money from these guys for all this extra performance that I'm delivering. They keep telling me how lucky I am to have this crap job. That's all I get from my employer. And I've watched people around me get fired for not delivering 20% more productivity from last year to this year. And for some of them, it's been the best thing ever to happen to them, because I find out, talking to Joe, who got let go last week, or so-and-so who got laid off a month ago, they contact me later and say, hey, by the way, I got a new job at XYZ Corp. I get 15% more money over there than over here. You might want to be doing the same thing. And the pattern continues. How many times in the last 15 years have you heard of coworkers who were either fired, let go, or walked on their own volition to go to another firm, and they're getting 10, 15, 20, 30% more money for less work than where they were with you? That is your tip-off that you're getting ripped off. You're getting taken advantage of. You have got to take control of your life and be your own boss, because the boss, the one at the top, is the one making all the money. And, that's not going to change. When does a boss decide, I'm rich enough, I'm now going to give all the profits to all of my lowest paid employees? Never, ever does that happen. These management groups that come in now to take over corporations or to run companies are brought in with a mission. Owners of these companies bring in management to maximize profits immediately. You've been given a 3-quarter or a 1-year window to deliver bigger results, or you're gone. and we're bringing in another management team. And so there are managers out there who get paid $150,000 a year, $200,000 a year in salary, but they could get $1 million in bonuses if they can extract out of these corporations the most profit humanly possible. At the end of the day, no one is safe. If your job is viewed as a liability to the firm, you're being paid $120,000 a year after all the years of service, and they can dump your ass and replace you with a $70,000 15-year younger person, they'll do it, and you're out, and they've just saved $50,000 in expenses. That's their thinking. And if they can get rid of 20 of you exactly the same way, that's $1 million in savings for the company to keep on going. That's the way they're going to think. That's the way they're going to operate. You are out of a day job, whether you like it or not. You better have something in reserve. Maybe this is it right here. Maybe what we're doing here is your parachute and your shock absorber to a shock to the system. Welcome everyone to the show. I'm glad you're here. GameStop, $22.47, down 20 cents. Nothing serious going on there. Apple's at $223.30. We're up $1.20 a share over there. The Dow's down 89 points. AI is down 8 cents. Nothing serious here. GameStop down 19 cents. Sofi's up a penny. Nvidia's up 58 cents. We've got Rocket Lab down 2 pennies. We got Matterport down 5. SmartRent up 3. ME is 39.9. Interesting to see what this stock is doing now at 39.9 with that 40-cent takeover offer on the table. We're going to see how this plays itself out. Apple's up 138. Tesla's up down 231. We got Google up 220. We had Microsoft up 850 today after losing 450 yesterday. Netflix is up $13. Meta up $46 to 521 on Facebook. Amazon up 270 right now. Auntie Jen just walked in the door. You're not going to believe what happened today.
What happened today?
Well, I have a viewer here, Mr. Blair Barkley, who has decided that...
one of the Barkley boys.
One of the Barkley boys. Mr. Barkley has decided that, I'm going to make some donations to Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen because of how happy I am with...
well, I'm glad he's so happy.
He's very happy.
Is he very happy?
He's very happy.
Well, I like it when they make us very happy because that means they're very, very happy.
Yes, Blair says, I may have made 12% of my investments over the years, minus the fees, and I'm waiting. Then they charge me for being in their fund. Not very happy. Blair started off the procession today with a $200 donation.
Wow,
this is a super chat.
Nice.
And then followed it up with a $100 donation.
Oh.
And then another $100 donation. And another $100 donation. And so
I see.
Mr. Barkley has now put together $500 in donations, super chat donations to this channel.
He's the Barkley Bank people.
He's the Barkley Bank guy.
That's
right. He's the Barkley Bank.
He's the Barkley Bank.
The Bank of Barkley. I am thrilled. I love it when my viewers make a ton of money because they're very generous people, and
yes, they are.
I want all of you to get bloody wealthy.
Yeah, we love it when you.
Due to saying, Blair, my parents were investment advisors or financial planners. I can say without a doubt that they don't have your best interests at heart. Trust me on that. It is much worse. Then he goes on to say, it's all about the middlemen collecting fees, not maliciously. No, they just think that this is the best way to handle money. Right. 12 to 18% gain promise and 3% delivery return on equity. That's nothing for as we know. Richard, good morning, Auntie Jen.
Good
Blair,
morning, Richie.
Yes. Blair agrees, laughing out loud. Yes, I am the Bank of Barkley. That's right. Dude, good morning, Auntie Jen. Also, here's another message. You're going to love this one. Here we go. Lizzie was saying to us, hang on a second. Let me just find the first message up. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Lizzie Sosa says, bonjour, Uncle Bruce and family. I'm checking in from Paris, where I'm watching the Olympics.
Lovely.
And then another message came in. As I'm in between watching sports and sightseeing. I spent a few minutes buying back covered calls.
Oh, few minutes.
Free money while on holiday. Love this. Oh, you gotta
See?
love this. Everyone is freaking out. Going,
That's
oh
so
my
good.
God, she's in
It's so
Paris.
good.
This is
That
going
I
forward.
think that beats waiting in line for Starbucks in Hawaii.
Yeah, I would. Well, that's pretty
You
close.
know,
Having Credit Savage say to us, "I'm on the beach in Waikiki. I just got myself a coffee from Starbucks. I'm standing here watching my kids frolic in the waves, and my wife is lying down on a lounger here with mom, and they're suntanning, and I'm enjoying a Starbucks coffee with my phone, saying hi to all of you guys. I've been writing options here in Waikiki, making more money than we're spending." Giddy up on that. Yeah. Alberto just doing another big trade on cash secured puts going. Easy money, people. Easy money. They're just giving it to me. I'm taking it. Why aren't you?
Well, it had to. We couldn't do this in our youth. We couldn't do this when we were brokers. We had to wait for the technology, the platforms, the ability to carry it around in your pocket.
That's right. And it's so true. Yeah. I can imagine Lizzie in Paris, France, trying to do an option trade from Paris with her stockbroker back in her hometown in America or Canada, back in the mid-'80s.
Yeah.
Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Well, first of all, she couldn't get a quote from anyone anywhere in Paris.
As soon as you did it, you'd have to give your broker limit orders.
Yeah, I mean,
if this then
is your broker going to accept a collect phone call from you in Paris?
Oh no.
Step number one: are you going to accept a collect call from a client at $3 a minute phone charge in the 80s?
No.
First question. Second question: if you did, it better be a serious client, and the client says, "Hey there, Bruce and Ron." Bruce and Jen, Bruce and everybody. Hey, I'm here in Paris having a great time. Listen, what's the GameStop trading at? And we punch in the quote, which takes like 10 seconds to get, and we say, "Oh, it's $22.61 a share." And then Lizzie says, "Well, I'd like to buy back my calls that I wrote on GameStop, the $30 calls. I wrote those for $5.50. What are they trading at right now?" We have to clunk in those. Wait 30 seconds to get that quote and go, oh, they're trading at 55 cents a share. Well, can I buy those 20 back? I brought in 11 grand. I'd like to give 1,000 back to those wonderful people, those wonderful gamblers. I'll keep the 10 of the 11,000. Is that doable? Sure. We'll write up the order for you, and we'll put the order in. And in about 5 minutes, I'll get the fill, if I get the fill. Oh, once you do that, can you write new contracts that might be 25?
Hoping that the phone doesn't ring again, just as I was ready to get up and take the order to the desk trader.
Impossible. There was no way this can happen. There is no way. Back in the 80s, there was no email. There was no texting.
Yeah.
There was telecommunications, maybe.
The ticker.
No one in Paris on holidays would be able to do that. The vacationer couldn't walk into a local branch of your brokerage firm in Paris. That didn't exist. I mean, you were gone. You're out for 3 weeks. I'll see you in 3 weeks. Nothing. Unbelievable.
Everybody's here at the time they're supposed to be here.
Welcome everyone to the show. I'm so glad you're here, dude. Good morning, Auntie Jen. Blair, Auntie Jen. I just went to the Rolling Stones in Branson, Missouri. $18,000 later. Yes, I had a great time. Nice, Luca. Buenos everybody. Buenos everybody from Luca.
Good day.
Andy, Kurt, good morning, Auntie Jen and Uncle Bruce. Received lesson number 1. Great. Thank you very much. Well done, Andy, new member of this channel.
Those building blocks.
Giddy up, baby. Welcome to the party, pal. We've only just begun.
We've only just begun.
Or have we? Thank you all so much. What should I do today for a bagel? What should I do today?
Well, again, Thursdays are, who knows? Who knows?
A Friday.
Is it, see, I was going to say, maybe it's an egg day.
Maybe
low protein day.
Fried egg.
With or without cheese?
I'm wondering with cheese, maybe.
Okay, with cheese.
Yeah.
And ketchup.
Oh, and ketchup to dip it in.
There you go.
We'll give that a try.
A try.
Sesame seed bagel.
See how that does on another beautiful day. It's going to be
gorgeous.
Hot, but
it's going to be a hot one here.
Send everybody down the bowl.
We're up to 88. That's hot for us. Luca, I'm number 134 here. Last night, down under right now. Ciao, everybody. Ciao, Auntie Jen from Luca, Flint Creek. Good morning, Auntie Jen. Dude, Poseidon Adventure theme. Giddy up, everybody. We're down 139 on the Dow Jones. The Dow has turned around the other direction. Let me double check where we're at now. The Dow was up this morning. It's now negative 140, whereas the S&P is holding a 10-point gain, and over on NASDAQ, we seem to be up just under 0.5%, 82-point gain. Oil is giving it up. Oil is only up 8 cents a barrel. Now it's up 2 cents a barrel, 77.93, falling again on oil. So oil is backing off at the moment. Okay, we had been up on the Dow and on the three indexes earlier this morning. We were up about 0.5% on the Dow. We've given all that up. We're down 1/3% on the Dow now, and dropping further. As far as the movers on the Dow 30, right now the winners. Microsoft up 779, Salesforce up 380, Amazon up $2, Amgen up $3. Procter & Gamble's only up 70 cents, Walmart up 27, Apple's up 75 cents, Johnson & Johnson up 21, Coca-Cola up 3 cents. Those are the winners. The losers, worst off, Boeing down 7.86 a share, Chevron down 4.65, Travelers down 3.40 a share. Intel is down 47 cents. That's equal to 1.5%. Merck down 159. Caterpillar down 4.79. Dow Chemical down 69.70 cents. United Health Group down 5.95. Home Depot down 3.20. Nike is off 59 cents. JP Morgan down 1.60. Cisco down 29. McDonald's down 1.40. These are the losers. There's others that are losing 0.5 percentage point or less. But the Dow has slumped into a negative number at the moment. Okay. Watching the rest of the market, as I say, S&P is up 15, NASDAQ is up 90 points, now up 65 points. We're jumping around a little bit of volatility. Oil is up just 2 cents. On the stocks we follow the most right now, we are looking at Rocket Lab down a nickel, SoFi down 5 cents, GameStop down 21, Matterport down 2.5. 23andMe is at 39.3 cents. So it is behind or underneath the proposed takeout of 40 cents a share by the CEO of the company. 40 cents cash is what she's offering. The stock is 39.38, just under that number. Will this deal go through? Is this the best deal the directors can get on behalf of the shareholders? Is it a better deal to have a rollback instead and maintain the listing and find a new CEO? Because really what this is, in my humble opinion, is the CEO and founder of the company, Anne Wojcicki, is saying, I will take the company public at 40 cents a share cash, and we won't be publicly traded anymore, and I'll run it as a private corporation. If you do not take my offer of 40 cents a share, it is possible that she might resign from the company, sell her stock to someone else at 40 cents a share, and take a hike. And now the company doesn't have its founder, doesn't have its CEO, and now what's the future? This is a possibility. And maybe that's why, right at the moment, 23andMe stock is trading at 39.3 cents a share, because the 40-cent offer is the best offer out there. Maybe, I don't know for sure. Could it be, though, that in the next few days, we come across the fact that there's another offer being made to buy the company at 55 cents a share by someone else? I don't know who that someone else is. It might be a hedge fund. It might be a investment fund. It might be, no idea. Could it be a drug company that comes in and says, we're prepared to offer 60 cents a share for the company cash, take it all out, absorb it as part of our large pharmaceutical company, and we're going to get rid of this public company, get rid of everybody for 60 cents a share cash, because there's no way Anne can outbid us. Maybe it includes her in the deal. Maybe a pharmaceutical comes in and says, we're buying the company at 60 cents a share, and we're taking Anne, we're going to keep her and have her run the company inside our pharmaceutical. The deal hasn't happened already. Maybe this makes the deal happen now. I don't know. Could it be another corporation comes in and goes, no, 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 no. We're going to offer $1.50 a share in stock of our company. We're 20 times the size of ME. So ME is going to be only 5% of our existence, but we'll give everybody stock in our company at $1.50 a share equivalent. And instead of taking 40 cents a share, take $1.50 in stock and become part of this corporation. Does that include Ann or not? I don't know. It might. It might be a better deal for her value-wise because she's getting stock and stock options as a CEO of this subsidiary company. I don't know. There are a million ways this deal can go. I don't know how this deal is going to fall out. I'll be here to watch it. Big E, Bruce, number 135 on the thumbs up meter. Dude, what a classic movie this is going to be. Yeah, this could be entertaining. Splair, thank goodness that I averaged down and left a $2 gain at ME. I already made it $5 with Tilray this week. Looking out for second gain on calls in the following weeks. Blair, didn't the Carpenters coin that? We've only just begun. Yes, she started singing it. Yeah, she's singing it. There you go. Thank you, everybody, for being here. SoFi $7.50, only down 4 cents a share. Of the news today out of England, with the drop in the bank rate, is good news for SoFi. Because if the Bank of England is dropping interest rates, and the European Central Bank is dropping interest rates, and Canada is dropping interest rates, that means the U.S. is next for September to drop interest rates. That alone is better for SoFi and every other banking company out there. That stock is not going to drop very much. I wouldn't be surprised if SoFi reaches 9 before the interest rate drop in America happens already. We'll watch for that. We're down 200 on the Dow right now. We're down 3 points on S&P, 1 point on NASDAQ. Oil up 4 cents a barrel. That's where we're at right now. 750 on SoFi, down 4 cents. Not a lot of volume trading so far. Welcome, everybody, to the program here. I'm glad you could join us today. We have a lot to follow, a lot to watch for. Those of you who are writing options have a ton of ways to take money off the table. It's exciting as all get up, and I'll tell you, what a nice way to make a living. Way to go for those of you on holiday right now who are writing options from wherever you are. We have had contact over the last several months from people in Taiwan, Indonesia, Australia, New Zealand, all over Europe right now from the Olympics in France. How about that? Hanging out in Paris, watching Olympic sports on a vacay as an option writer. Sure beats a day job all to hell, I'll tell you that. Oh, that's nice. A number of you are in RVs. I know for a fact a number of you are in an RV now, and you're traveling for an extended period of time during the summer to see America for the first time, to see Canada for the first time from the angle of an RVer, and you're writing options on the side. I congratulate you, and I say keep it going. Well done. Reach for your dreams and take them. They're handing it to you on a silver platter as an option writer. It is just being given to you. I love it. Thank you so much, and congratulations. Whether you're slow traveling around the world, whether you're RVing, whether you're taking a week here and then coming home for a week or two and then taking another week over there, 2 weeks over there, well done. Some of you are plotting the winter getaway. You're doing it right now. You are already, the wheels have been spinning all spring, and you're now putting together your winter getaway with option writing as your source of income. Way to go. This is awesome stuff. Jen and I are on the road. We are out of here in 18 days. We're out of here on the 19th of August for a 70-day trip into Europe by way of the Queen Mary 2 cruise liner, ocean liner, going across the Atlantic and coming back with the Queen Mary We will see some of you in New York in October. We will see some of you in London, England coming up shortly. Look forward to all of that. Can't wait for the meet and greets coming up. We are planning a winter getaway. We are scheming on our next getaway after the Europe getaway, and that will be sort of a January departure out of here. We're hoping to pull off the trip down under. We are looking forward to spending summer in Australia and New Zealand. That is what we are looking for, to get some of that summer weather down under, and we are plotting that one bit by bit by bit. We'll keep you posted, and we might be doing a meet and greet in Sydney, Australia, or maybe in Auckland, New Zealand. Cool. That would be kind of nice. We'll keep you posted as we know more. That is still being kind of imagined right now and being kind of looked at. We could do this, we could do that, we could go here, we could go there, we could do this, we could do that. There's a lot of that going on. Courtesy of those of you making money writing options. Pretty good stuff. I love it when you guys make money. It is simple. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Thank you again for being here. Thank you again for your support of this channel. Appreciate those of you who are becoming subscribers to this channel, becoming members of this channel, upgrading your membership to the Gold Bagel level. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you for these thumbs ups that have been coming in this morning. We're now at 140 on the thumbs up meter. We're going for 200 every day. And here we have the bagel of choice. Oh, it's wonderful. Thank you for these poll question answers. 132 now have come in. 69% of the folks are saying more than 25% of my paycheck is now being generated from option premiums.
Oh, that's
So
lovely.
that is pretty good. 15% are saying more than half of my pay is coming from option writing. I make more than half my paycheck, and 16% are saying I make more than my paycheck, Bruce. When I write options every month, I make more than the paycheck I get from my employer. These are the folks that are next to leave jobs. These are the next batch of folks to walk away.
Well, or you know, one parent gets to stay home. And
that's right.
What, you're taking it off the plate? I specifically see you've got a little spot for it there.
Yeah, but I'm afraid of the tipping, and you know, I get excited, you know.
And you see it's got the Steelers colors on it.
Ooh, a
little snack set.
Steeler covered snack set. Oh my God, that's worth $1,000.
Hi, Soap Lady.
Hi there, Soap Lady from
I was already down the hallway. But I heard him say it. Now, for those of you who know what this is, see, there's a little indentation here because that's where the cup fits. These are garden party plates or snack sets, and I have way too many of them.
These were made popular in the 1940s.
When people had garden parties.
After the Second World War, America moved to the burbs, and the lady of the house sometimes would have a shower for a neighborhood gal, or
they'd come over and they'd play mahjong or
a get together. Let's play cards, and let's hang out in the backyard. So you hang out with a snack set with a coffee cup or a teacup in there, which would match this pattern, and they would have 4 or 6 or 8 of these. And for weddings, registry, the 50s, the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s is where many new brides receive these as gifts to welcome them to.
My older ones have a spot for the cup and an ashtray as part of your plate. The thing being that I can hold it all in one hand, so then I have my other hand free to do my eating and whatever with. Yes.
Back in the day, when the husband,
you could have your cigarette right next to your punch and your little cucumber sandwich.
Back in the day, in the 50s, when the Dawn Draper husband would go to work, the wives would be at home pulling out the snack sets to have a little get together with the neighborhood gals.
With the gals.
Women hang out with women, men hang out with men. These were incredibly popular. And now they are becoming valuable because these aren't made anymore.
Now you can, except now they're more made for kids.
They're garbage.
Yeah, they're plastic.
These were made with China, made with whatever. There were limited editions.
I have
you name
some
it.
with matching bowls and platters for you to put your fruit salad and your little Sammys on. Yeah,
The question is,
everybody's got to have something.
does Auntie Jen start selling these
No,
for big money?
no, I think Jen Jr. needs needs to get them all
Yeah, Jen Jr.
because
She has-
she wants them. Oh, so badly.
Jen Jr. has a look on her face that will melt butter in a hurry. When you propose to her, hey, would you like all these snack sets when we die?
I just show her the storage room and say, "I'm
This
really
someday
sorry,
will
honey."
all be yours. And she's going, get the truck up here and get rid of this crap.
No, she starts, looking for matches. Just throw them in.
Oh my
yes.
God.
That when you're looking at having children and you only have one, you don't think of the end story.
No.
Yes. That when my parents passed, there were 5 of us, and we would just keep taking things out of, and they put our names on the bottom of everything for like decades before they passed.
Did any of you have this problem with your parents?
So you'd know. So you peel the tape off, and put someone else's name on the bottom because I didn't want that.
I want this.
And then someone would say, "Wait a minute, that's not mine. It's got your name on the bottom." They go, "No, no, 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 no. I have looked at this before, and I know your name was on it." Yeah,
Shenanigans.
shenanigans.
All kinds of shenanigans. Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah. That's how the life circle works.
You see,
The circle of life.
when parents pass away, they're supposed to be grieving.
Yeah.
Well, that'll last for a while. After the grieving is over,
The grieving is how much
the
crap you
question
have to
is,
take
what do we do with
home.
all the crap from
Yeah.
mom and dad's house? Now
But
what do
here-
we do?
See, I think it's a fault in our daughter's logic, brain juice, or whatever, because she covets the 8-track player, but she doesn't covet snack sets. What's wrong with her?
What's wrong with this kid?
What's wrong? Where did you go wrong?
This is so much fun.
Pronoun trouble.
A dude is saying here, the good old days, you've adopted us through, so we'll all bid on your snack
There
sets.
you go. Oh, I'll tell her that. She will like that a lot. She can send everybody 1 or 2 or 5. Yeah, I have a few. We should start having mind you, I can always ship it, but we should start having as part of a goodie bag when you come to a meet and greet, everybody gets a snack set. And then they can arm wrestle for I
can trade
gotta
amongst
take
themselves.
2 of these home. I can't take just one. A little trading will
God.
start.
Oh my
People will be
goodness.
writing options on the trades. It'll all be good.
It'll all be just great. Corinne is saying, that's how my kids look at my crystal stemware. Same way. They look at that the same
You
way.
just have to walk by it and go ping, and
Ping.
let them hear that ping.
Oh, that'll
and
change
I
everything.
think it's in our DNA that ping just makes your head snap up. I want that.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
ping.
what it is. I'm
That's
sure.
what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's all it'll take. No problem.
I have lead crystal bowls that weigh, I don't know, 20 pounds or something.
True.
They are so heavy.
Yeah.
And have I ever used them? No. But every time I pass the china cabinet, I just give it a little ping and it makes me feel good. Oh, my needs are so little.
How to keep Auntie Jen happy.
God.
Just ping the
Just
crystal
ping
every
the
once in a while.
Not too hard. Not too hard. God forbid you crack it.
DH Ruda.
Yeah.
Dude, just have a silent auction at the next meet and greet. Easy.
Easy.
Just put them on a table. Let people
Right?
silent bid on them.
And I have some that are in the original box.
We do.
So
The snack sets, original containers they came in.
I know. And one
At
of them I
Flint Creek, we
threatened
can have
to
pie
take out.
on the plates.
Yes,
There
pie
you go.
with a teacup on the side,
Oh.
filled with whatever beverage you think could fill a glass. See, could be milk. Could be tea, coffee,
Could be milk.
could be other libations.
Something with bubbles. Something not.
Oh, maybe bubbles. Nah, I was thinking something more,
on ice cubes.
more like amber colored on ice cubes.
Something amber colored on ice cubes. Anti-Gen Dragon snacks. That's all over Europe now.
See, no,
Flint.
no. That's what FedEx is for.
That's what FedEx is for.
You
Flint
ship
Creek.
them.
Listen, I collect those gorgeous glasses. I love thrifted glasses, and
Don't you
I
just?
ping as I hunt for them. I ping
Okay,
them.
I have a story.
Oh no.
So I'm at one of my favorite thrift stores in rural Alberta. They have 5 beautiful stemmed martini glasses. They're delightful.
Oh.
They're 25 cents each.
Canadian.
And so I'm holding 2. I get my sister to hold 2, and we're both looking at the 5th one. And I go, I really only need 4. Why would I have 5? Obviously, someone has broken a set of 6. So I don't take the 5th one. And you know what happens? The God of Shopping says, wrong. Bad girl. For a quarter, you should have taken them. And they wrapped them up nicely, and by the time I got home, 1 was broken, so now I only have 3. You all knew where this story was going. Yes.
There you go.
So there. I've been smacked upside the head.
The
I
moral
will
of the story
remember.
is you can never have enough stem glasses.
Or martini glasses.
Or martini. You can never have enough.
I've been making martinis at home because I just discovered I can do that, and they taste okay. But the other day we had sauerkraut, and I kept the sauerkraut juice. And today I'm going to try using the sauerkraut juice instead of the olive brine to make a dirty, because I love dirty martinis. So tomorrow I will report back on whether you should, when you pour the juice out, keep it. It does taste very good.
Flint Creek is saying, brown liquid. Whiskey. Mark Gibson, will a Crown Royal glass fit that plate?
Oh, see?
Flint Creek,
Of
Anti-Gen
course.
and I could hang out.
We can.
Yeah, this is the
We
dangerous
can.
part about this. Johnny, neat. Corinne, Flint Creek, I have 4 giant boxes packed up. Dude, my partner loves to watch Rajiv, Rajib,
Okay.
Surendra's channel on YouTube. He did a whole episode on hunting for fine crystal.
Oh.
Or
And then there's various sites you can go for when you are using your crystal or your china and some just heathen person breaks something. You can go and they specialize in selling one-ofs. Here's 1 plate to finish your set, or here's that 1 bowl you haven't been able to find. There's a few of those around the world. There's one just over in Vancouver that's very good.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Well, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to go watch our little gal Summer do her swimming, seeing if she can get her 5th. Do you think 5th medal? Something like that.
We have a
Our
Canadian,
little girl, 17
we have a Canadian
years old.
girl, 17. She's winning gold medals at the pool.
She won gold in the same event her mama did a while ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
The mother of the former Olympian.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is why, she threw her in the pool and she knows how to swim.
So the kid didn't see what she could do.
Let's see what she can do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be exciting.
Thank you, Ken, so much.
Okay. Okay, you can keep that.
I'm
Okay,
good.
bye everybody. See you tomorrow.
Okay, Auntie Jen. Thank you.
Make some money.
Flint Creek, I love dirty martinis too. Do they make snack set cozies? Blair, do not have a 1950s silver-handled martini vase. Sounds like you and Eddie Jen need to have a going-away party before your big trip and use those snack sets. A sale, a private auction. Absolutely. Oh my God. Jen has had these snack sets. She acquired these snack sets about 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Like, we've been schlepping them around from storage unit to storage unit to Creston, back to Calgary, here. Yeah, been a while. Blair, if we finish it, RT's Martinis, thank you, Martinez. We're down 35 cents on the GameStop. To get back to the market, we're down 35 cents on GameStop. We've got U.S. stocks forfeit early gains as Wall Street awaits Amazon and Apple's earnings later today. SoFi is at 747 right now. It's down 7 cents. Nothing serious here. The Dow Jones, however, is down 315 points now. S&P is down 17 points. NASDAQ is down 49. So the Dow is off 0.75%, almost 0.8%. The S&P down 1/3 of a point, and so is NASDAQ. Now, oil has gone negative, down 33 cents a barrel. 77.60 range is where we are now on oil. So that is interesting. If oil gives up a buck or something today to 76 something, that little rally will have been crushed, and we'll see how that plays itself out. Back to some of the stocks we watched the most. Where we are now is Rocket Lab at 515, down 9 cents. SoFi down 9. GameStop down 34. Matterport is down 4 cents. 23andMe is at 39.75, just under 40, which is a cash offer price that Ann Wisniewski is put forward to take the company private. That's where we are right now. On Spire Global, we're down 38 cents. On ATIP, we're down 13. SmartRent is up 1.5 cents. Apple is negative now, down 78 cents. Tesla down 5.30 a share. Microsoft is up 5.90. Alphabet, Google up 78 cents. Amazon releasing their numbers tonight, up 54. So Amazon is green. Apple is negative at the moment, going into tonight's earnings after the bell. NVIDIA down 2.13 a share after that huge gain yesterday. We're at 114.89. Meta Platforms is still ahead by 34.28, sitting at now 5.08. The high of the day on Meta today, it got up as much as 5.27. It's back to 5.09. So this has given up $16 from its highest level, which is a $50 gain at one time today for Meta. Goldman Sachs down 6.90. Cisco down 28. Arc Innovations down 84. Pfizer down 42. HBQ down 16 cents. Unity down 64. AI down 52. Adobe down 440. Spiders are down 192. Triple Qs are down 202. Netflix holding an $11 gain. IBM is down 95. Vanik Semiconductors down 678. Home Depot down 623. Enphase down 199. Palantir unchanged. Uber down 171. So we started with an uptick. We had an interest rate drop in London, in the UK. We ended up with a lot of speculation on what's going to happen with oil. It looked like it was going to continue to go higher. It's now gone negative. The heat seems to be off. The supply chain issues. There does not appear to be a Mideast breakout war happening. However, it is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. If Arab countries are going to attack Israel, they love to do it on Fridays and Saturdays. So we'll see what happens Friday night. Saturday all day, and we'll see what's going on. Lots to watch for, keep an eye on, and worry about. There you go. Down 320 on the Dow. AI down 50. GameStop at 22.23. The low of the day, 22.18 on GameStop. The high, 23.09. Volume on GameStop, 2 million shares in over an hour. Nothing happening on GameStop. Nothing bad, nothing great, nothing bad. We're only down 39 cents. It's not bad. It's okay. That is the story at this point. SoFi down 11. The volume on SoFi now 10 million in the first hour or so. NVIDIA 114.60 down 240. That's the story and status of this market at this point in time. And we'll continue to follow it from here going forward. We'll see just what this market has in store. And then tomorrow, option expiry Friday, we'll see what's going on there. We're drunk, says Blair. We're drunk. Brian, just have to say, I bought back my September 20 expiry, $30 covered calls for $1.43. I'm assuming these are GameStops. I had sold these originally for $4.65. I made 70% on this contract right in 1 month, and I did this on a 3-month contract. So I wrote it with 3 months to go, and with a month gone, I took off 70%. I am having fun doing this, says Brian. This is how you make money. If you can do 10 of these at a time, you bring in $4,650 and give back $1,400 of it. You keep $3,200 in a month on 10 contracts. Just to give you a hint of how much money can be made here, if you're in possession of 10 deep in the money contracts on GameStop, and you're buying them at $16 a piece, $1,600 cost to buy 10 contracts that you now can bring in $3,200 on in a month, it's 20% on your money. It cost you 16 grand to get those 10 contracts. You just hauled in 3,200 on that 16 grand in a month. Now, if you have enough capital to do 20 of these, you can buy 20 deep in the money calls for 32, 33 grand and haul in $6,500 against it. It's just 20%. It's the same percentage, but it's $6,500 of capital coming in. If this is being done inside your margin account and you have a day job and you've got 401ks and IRAs that you're writing options on over there, might be options on stock you own, you're bringing capital there and padding those accounts up while you're doing this on the outside that you have access to. You'd start writing 20, 30, 40, 50 contracts every month or so, doing this kind of return. You aren't working for anybody anymore. There's no need to have a day job if you can bring in 12 to 15 grand a month doing this on the outside of your retirement accounts. What you do inside the retirement accounts keeps compounding for retirement time down the road. Welcome to the party, pals. This is the world of possibilities for option writers. Right now, 130 people are hearing the message. 2.7 million are not. It's just the way it is, everybody. It's a specialty channel. There it is. Anyway, there it is. Is it possible that Arab countries like to attack after a long, hard week of work, asks Blair. Arab countries will attack Israel on Saturdays because that's the Sabbath. That is the day that nothing is done. And that is the day where they believe that Israelis are most vulnerable. It's all religion, my friend. It has nothing to do with anything else. It's one person's belief in one being and another person's belief in others, and all of us in the middle going, what's with these people? Why can't they just get along? This planet is just a ball that is in outer space that circles a planet, a sun, a star that is hurtling through the galaxies, and we're just circling this thing. And we don't have another ball to go to, and we can't get along on the ball we're on. And that's the reality of mankind's existence. And so, welcome to that party, whether you like it or not. Just be grateful for wherever you are, doing whatever you're doing. And if you are one of these people right here, where you can buy back call options that you wrote a month ago for $465 a contract, and you can buy them back for $143 a contract and score $320 in profit per contract in a month. Are you in the right place or not? Yeah, you really are in the right place. And if you can live your life to the point where you can generate 100 of these every month or so as you just grow your portfolio, you're bringing in $32,000 a month. Go wherever you want, see whatever you want to see, visit whoever you want to visit, live the life you want to live. $32,000 a month, US, pretty good money on an annual basis, I would say. Should be able to handle any of your financial needs for yourself and most of your family single-handedly, just being an option writer. Can't make it any more simple than that. It is all what it is. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you again for all the support. Thank you, Blair. Man, what a man. You are the man today. Thank you very much for these. Jen and I so much appreciate it. What a great way to start the month of August. Have a great day. Those of you who've taken the classes, you need any help with those or your links, you let me know. We'll get you looked after. We'll figure it out. In the meantime, keep working, get smarter, learn how options work, become a writer, and join me tomorrow. First thing in the morning for Gold Bagel members, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We'll get this started. I'm up $50 on 2 contracts I wrote 20 minutes ago. Well done, Flint. Blair, for sure, I need more Tilray stocks. 100 calls there with gains between 5 and 25 a call would be already a great start. Right on there, Blair. Keep the drive alive, everybody. Thank you so much. And I appreciate all of you. Blair, not yet, but if I play a call, put married with 40,000 shares in GameStop and it goes up or down a few bucks, oh my. Blair, there's money in them there hills. There really is. We'll see you all tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. You take care. This is Bruce and Jen from Calgary saying see you later, alligator. Bye for now.